Virtually all Orthodox parents send their children to private yeshivas. The cost of private and parochial education is astronomical, as we all know. Do you think the city should help defray these costs, and if so, how?
Well, Shlomo, I think there are a lot of things we can do to help. I want to be clear, though, I'm not someone who believes in vouchers, so that's not the approach I would take, but I do think there's a lot of very appropriate ways that we can help yeshivas, and I understand fully from years representing the community how the cost of yeshiva tuition in large families is a crushing burden. It's just a reality, and it hasn't gotten any cheaper. In fact, yeshivas have been going through immense distress because of the economic crisis.
Realistically, our public school system is already in need of resources, and we've got 1.2 million kids that we have the prime responsibility of educating. In fact, education is the primary responsibility of city government. It takes up a full third of our city's budget. So I cannot support vouchers or tax credits for private education. I think we need to maintain the resources for full public education that is accessible to everybody in this city.
And just has been said by other speakers, I don't support vouchers or tax credits for parochial education, but that doesn't mean there aren't ways that we should make sure we are supportive and have what children need.
I'm not a supporter of vouchers. I've been opposed to vouchers for years. Let me not leave that false impression. But there are a number of things that can be done to try and create opportunity to let things flow through a system into our yeshivas.
You know, in many cases, this is a false choice that people are made to make. Well, is it a religious expenditure? Is it a secular expenditure? When it comes to the safety of our children, that is something that's the responsibility of any of us who want to be mayor. So one thing that we have to do is make sure that yeshivas have all the resources that they need to be able to keep their children safe. And so when I was in Congress, they were having this pitched debate, well, you can't provide tax dollars to a religious organization. So we created the nonprofit Homeland Security grants. They could go to any nonprofit. Now, you had to show there was a reasonable threat. And lo and behold, when you started looking at the threats at the police reports, they were happening to yeshivas. So more yeshivas now have emergency exits, have cameras because of that program. There's an allocation that goes to all schools, irrespective of if you're public or private, for books. Well, in today's day and age, technology like computers and Kindles, those are today's books. Those are purely secular things that our yeshivas should be entitled to.
I can't support the deviation of city money. I don't support tax credits or vouchers because our first responsibility is to fund the public schools of the city.